it that you all chose to come out today?
Because, man, this is a one-of-one experience. It's never, ever going to happen again. You got the monument in the background. You got the White House that way. This is never, ever going to happen again.
Came out, watched some good fights with some good people. What more could you ask for?
It's really an honor to be here around all of you guys and be part of a history, you know?
Wow.
It's really nice to be here, and it's a privilege.
We're on White House grounds. We're watching some people fight. No better place right now, right here.
You got UFC here. This should be this have more events like this, like the Super Bowl, like the World Cup, and now give us the UFC.
That's right
Come
here.
on,
The
nation's capital.
Of sports right here. Nation's capital.
Let's go.
Chest bump.
Yeah.
I just think this is a great opportunity to have people come together and enjoy some fights, have a good time.
It's a great time, great opportunities for everybody.
And you know what? This is exactly why I don't take Americans serious anymore. This is exactly why. This is the reason why I just, you know what? I'm just like, yeah, it's doomed, right? Y'all can see for yourselves. You got people doing flips over the White House lawn. You have people who were invested into going into the UFC event. You got people drinking on the White House lawn. You got people enjoying themselves. You got people, fighting. You got people doing all kinds of things on the White House lawn. And nobody seems to give a care. Nobody seems to give a damn about what is going on in the economy. Nobody seems to give a damn about what Daddy Trump is doing, right? The same thing with the Knicks game, right? The same exact thing with the Knicks game, right? You got people acting a fool. You got people fighting in the middle of the street. You got people, they don't care about what's going on, right? All they care about is this UFC event. Well, this is an opportunity to get non-political and bring people together. Bullshit. You can't have an event on the White House lawn and then say at the same time, this is to bring everybody together. This is, so we can't be political. Bullshit. And then you got the Knicks game going on at the same time, right? People acting a fool, right? People in the middle of the street, they dang near rioting almost just because the Knicks won. But y'all keep telling me, right? You got people in my comment section talking about, oh, well, don't let the door hit you on the way out. You know what? You know what? That's fine. You know what? That's absolutely fine, because you know what? That's who y'all going to be left with, right? Congratulations. You played yourself, right? Congratulations. Those are the idiots y'all are going to be left with, right? The undesirables, right? The degenerates, the ones hanging out the door, right? Shooting up birthday parties, right? The hoodlums in the middle of the street fighting, right? The hunky-dories, right? The trailer park trash. That's what y'all going to be left with, right? But sure, let the door slam on my way out, right? And I mean that in every aspect possible. Let the door slam.
I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here, and I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint. PFP Life, a way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The escape blueprint. PFP Life.
America is going to be left with no more than a bunch of degenerates. And they're proving this every single day, right? Every single day I turn on social media. Every single day I turn on the news. Every single day I'm looking and I'm watching. I'm like, dang, bro. Dang. People are losing their minds, right? I'm probably going to put this as a thumbnail text, but people are losing their raggedy ass minds. I knew that we were obsessed with sports. I knew that we lost our minds over games. I knew that people fought over games, but I think this is a new level of stupidity, right? I think what I've seen with all of the things that circulating on social media with the Knicks, all the things that I've seen circulating with the UFC event, yeah, y'all are done, right? And this is the bread, right? This is the bread and circus that they speak of, right? This is the bread and circus that the Roman Empire fell under. I hope y'all realize that, right? Right? Listen, there is nothing more to do. There is nothing more to do but give you bread and circus, right? They don't know what else to do. Right? In actuality, they're just milking everything. They're milking every single industry. They're milking every single thing that you can think of just so they can go ahead and lace their pockets and they can go ahead and skedaddle. Right? I hope y'all realize that you have multimillionaires and billionaires who are escaping right now. I hope y'all realize that. You have multimillionaires and billionaires and, of course, normal everyday people too. But you have millionaires and billionaires especially. I think, what's the guy name? I believe his name was Peter Thiel. I think it's Peter Thiel. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but he moved his family to Paraguay, right? I think that's just as of recent. He said this is somebody who's made $1 billion in the United States of America, right? Who owns an American-based company, I believe, right? I believe he's an American, but I think he is American. But he moved himself and his family to Paraguay, right? I just want y'all to understand what this means. And I'm paraphrasing his words. He said he does not trust America and he does not trust the American government, right? This is a billionaire saying this. So I want y'all to just sit back and understand and process what this means for the regular everyday Joe Smo, right? And if you ask me, I think everybody is tapped out. I think everybody is losing their dang on mind, right? I think people are so much so in a sunken place that they can't even see what's going on anymore, right? They can't even see what's going on anymore. Or the very thought of them thinking about what's going on, they don't want to think about it, right? They don't want to think about it. It hurts too much to think about, right? Think about it like this, right? You know you'll never be able to own a home. You know that you won't even be able to leave America. You don't make enough, or you don't have a remote job, or you don't know how to make money overseas. Whatever the case is, family members, you know that you're not going to be able to leave. So now you're stuck here in a cage with rabid animals, right? You're stuck here in a cage with rabies-filled animals around you, losing their mind, because that's what it's looking like, right? This is literally the deconstruction that I was talking about. Y'all keep thinking that this is a game. Y'all still think it's a game? Dude, the president of the United States of America hosted a UFC event. A UFC event while things around us is crumbling. Economically crumbling, right? Our transportation system crumbling. The roads, the infrastructure crumbling. But sure, let's host a UFC event to celebrate 250 years. Let's host a UFC event for Daddy Trump's birthday. Sure, let's do all of those things too, I guess. Right? I guess. While everything is crumbling, while the average Joe Smo, right, they're losing their jobs. The average Joe Smo can't afford his mortgage or their rent. The average Joe Smo, poor average Joe Smo, poor average Jane Doe, they don't know what's about to hit them, because after these massive distractions, it's going to get worse, right? The distractions are going to get bigger. The distractions are going to get worse, and so is your livelihood is going to get worse too. Right? But as long as y'all keep paying attention to the wrong thing, nothing is ever going to change. Right? And in actuality, I mean, in modern day time, you have to be the change anyway. You're going to have to be the change because people still, surprisingly, people are still waiting back thinking that the government is going to do something. Listen, man, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it again clearly. The government is closing up shop. I'm going to say that one more time in case y'all didn't hear me. Let me get close to the camera, right? I'm going to lick my lips so I can make sure that they're not chapped and, my words are coming out clearly, right? The government is closing up shop. They have no more money. They have no more money to give. They don't care about the average Jane Doe, Joe Smo, American. They don't. They're closing up shop. They're done. Donald Trump was hired to liquidate America. He was hired to liquidate American assets. Why do you think we're merging militaries with you-know-whos? Y'all never thought about that, did you? Why you think they're merging militaries with you-know-who? Think about it. The American military will hesitate. Yes, I believe that the United States military will hesitate because they are there to protect the interest of the American people. Right? Now, if they merge with you-know-who from Whoville, right, they don't give a damn. They don't care about gunning down American citizens on American soil. As long as they get their project across, as long as they can push whatever they need to push, they could care less about the American people. And I've been saying this for the past 2 years, right? Donald Trump was hired to go ahead and sell off assets. What is going on right now is the selling off of assets. What is going on right now is the selling off of things. What is going on right now is the deconstruction of America, right? And just look at how the people are acting. Just look, right? The minds of Americans are already sick, right? They're like rabid dogs, right? You can't convince them of anything else. You can't convince them that they're not going to be the ones who are enjoying the fruits of the labor. No, y'all are just going to do the labor and that is it. You're not going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. The fruits of your labor will be going towards somebody else's fruits. They're going to enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? So don't get me wrong. America will still be here, right? America will still be here, but the experiment is done. I want y'all to understand the experiment is done. We're not coming back. Michael Jordan is not walking through that door. Nobody's walking through that door. Right? Y'all think, oh, we just gotta vote him out. Y'all, you thinking that you're about to vote yourself out of this? That just lets me know where your mind is. That just lets me know right there that you really don't understand what's going on, right? It didn't matter who got in there, right? It's the fact of the matter is it's all an illusion. America was never going to survive. Not in its current state. America was never going to survive. America was never going to make it out. We was already headed towards this trajectory, right? Things had already gotten bad. Things had already gotten to this point. People were already losing their minds. People were already losing their jobs. Many of these careers, jobs, companies, corporations, they were already being sent overseas for the past 2+ decades. Right? What you're seeing right now is just an acceleration. Right? What you're seeing right now, we're years down the pipeline. Right? Now what you're seeing is the result of choices now. Right? The choices have already been made. There is no going back. And man, when I just look around and I see, well, I'm not there now, but when I did look around and see, I'm just looking like, bro, You got, and I always hate it when they'll ask me about sports, they'll ask me about this, and I'm like, bro, you paying attention to sports in this day and age? Man, no lie, I haven't watched a game. I don't know who's drafted to who, right? If you ask me who's in there, I probably give you the regular old names: LeBron James, Steph Curry. I don't know a name in sports right now. I haven't watched sports and really paid attention since probably 1920, 21 maybe. I'm 30 years old now. So that means I haven't watched sports in almost a decade. I don't know what's going on. People still asking me, what's going on this and what's going on with that. I'm like, bruh. I remember this chick walked in. She was flirting with me or whatever. And she was like, how about, no, did she say, how about them Cowboys? No, it wasn't the Cowboys. It was somebody else. Maybe it was the Mavericks game or something like that. But she came in talking about the sport. She was a little bit tipsy and all that stuff. She was a pretty chick. But I was like, I don't know. I don't watch sports. Man, when I tell you that turned her all the way off, it was funny to see it in real time. But I was like, baby, I don't watch sports. Right? I don't watch sports. Right? I'm out here grinding. I'm out here trying to get it. My mind is occupied. I'm trying to learn things. I'm trying to get things done. I don't have time to fill my mind up with sports. Right? Watching sports is for the luxury class, right? The leisure class, and for the poor class. Right? I'm not in the poor class, but I'm not in the leisure class either. Right? But it's for the poor and for the leisure. Right? That's who can afford to watch the sports. People who ain't got nothing to do, and people who ain't got nothing to do. So you got people who ain't got nothing to do on the lower end of the spectrum, and then you got people who ain't got nothing to do on the higher end of the spectrum because they've already worked, they've already attained their money, they bought their time back and all that stuff. Listen, I don't have time for it. Right? I'm still out here grinding. I'm still out here getting busy. I still need to get things done. I haven't watched sports in 10 years. But you got people who ain't doing nothing in life. Right? Not grinding, not working out, not on no schedule, not on no kind of routine, but they got the nerve to ask you about sports, basketball, football. Bro, you broke as hell. Your car broke down. You don't have no car. Right? You barely scraping by, but you got time to think about the Dallas Mavericks. You got time to think about the Atlanta Falcons. Right? You got time to think about the New York Knicks. You got time to go to the New York Knicks game. Bro, everything is all backwards. But from the clips that I showed y'all, now y'all can see for yourselves. The shit is done, man. And it ain't no recovering this. People chose this. People want to be this. And I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the fall. But hopefully the ones who choose otherwise, you hit that link in the Patreon. Come and join the inner circle. Come and join the Patreon. Learn a thing or two. Gain some wisdom. Gain some knowledge so you can be prepared for what is to happen. Listen, a lot of people saying that, oh, when America falls, it's going to affect everywhere. Yes, it will affect everywhere. But the world existed way before America, and the world will exist well after America's downfall. Right? Simple. Right? Listen. The after pillars to ideology, the escape blueprint is the framework, and PFP life is how you should live, in purpose, in freedom, and in power. I see you guys on the next one. I see you guys on the Patreon, and come and join the inner circle. Peace.
I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here, and I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint, PFP life, a way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The escape blueprint, PFP life.